This week in gaming, Rockstar finally delivered Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay, and it's stunning. Star Citizen's long overdue Squadron 42 single-player game has been delayed yet again. And Nvidia's highly controversial DLSS 5 AI filter has leaked to the internet, and it is slopifying games everywhere. And much more. Let's get into it. 2026 is shaping up to be a particularly rough year for Star Citizen hopefuls. The studio's head, Chris Roberts, announced that their single-player campaign, Squadron 42, has been delayed to Q2 2027. This announcement follows months of major updates introducing profound stability issues for Star Citizen's multiplayer alpha, which recently culminated in an official developer stream that went so off the rails it's prompted the studio to start a new video series called Inside CIG, where the developers talk at length about the production process of major updates, including in-depth conversations about bug fixes and technical challenges. But circling back to Squadron 42, Chris Roberts says the delay was made to avoid launching in the attention buzzsaw of Grand Theft Auto 6. He goes on to say that it's the best thing for the project as it's truly something special and needs the opportunity to have the focus of the wider gaming world. Many developers have delayed their 2026 launches to next year since GTA 6 is quite literally going to be the biggest game launch in a decade. So it's not an uncommon justification and makes sense in most cases. It's just a tough pill to swallow considering that both Star Citizen and Squadron 42 have been getting delays since, 2014. And unfortunately for frustrated fans, there also doesn't seem to be much incentive for CIG to hurry up. Crowdfunding for Star Citizen recently blew past $1 billion, and Roberts' announcement revealed that the game hit its biggest peak concurrent player count ever with over 35,000 players this year. Whatever damage these continued delays and setbacks might cause to the project's reputation, well, it hasn't slowed down revenue or apparently player interest. Now, of course, moving on to Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar finally revealed gameplay, and frankly, it looks insane. Visually, GTA 6 looks stunning with very dense crowds, impressive lighting, immaculate character animation and interactions. Basically, it's making every aspect of the game look as good as it possibly could, and doing so in a massive immersive world. It's not necessarily reinventing the wheel, it is just polishing it to perfection. Naturally, fans were all over pointing out the new nuanced features. The first is that the franchise's iconic wanted system has been overhauled. Police will be able to track your face, clothes, and the car. To evade the police, you'll need to actually hide from them by switching vehicles or abandoning your ride entirely. You may even have to switch clothes or put on a disguise if you can't stay away from the cops on foot. And every crime you commit in the game will also be tallied up by the police, though it's unclear how that'll affect their response to you. Stealing vehicles will also have a lot more depth than in past games. At the start, you'll be able to steal low security vehicles with a short animated sequence, but these are mostly older and slower cars. To jack more modern or exotic rides, you'll need to unlock new tools that can thwart more advanced security measures. And the map for the game is twice as big as Grand Theft Auto 5's, which was basically the biggest game Rockstar had ever made in terms of land mass. GTA 6 also features 10 times more animations than GTA 5, which the trailer showcases throughout combat sections and just the general gameplay. In total, the game has over 600,000 different animations covering everything from how trees sway in the breeze to how fish swim, and of course how your characters duck behind cover and interact with the world. And if you're looking to beat the game when it launches, you should expect roughly 80 hours of story content to work through. Unfortunately though, it appears that the game is targeting 30 FPS on consoles, and analysis of the trailer shows that it was likely recorded with the game running at 1440p instead of 4K with a 30 FPS frame cap. Rockstar confirmed that the game is targeting 30 FPS and a 60 FPS performance mode is still being figured out. And the fact that GTA 6 is not launching on PC at the same time it is for consoles means that players are probably going to be stuck to this frame cap at launch until, well, maybe it comes out on PC later. And of course, gamers spent well over a decade playing console games at 30 frames per second, so it's not like we can't do that, but the modern standard has kind of evolved to 60 FPS, I would think, mostly across the board. So seeing GTA 6 take a big step back here is a bit disappointing. Nvidia's highly controversial DLSS 5 AI filter has leaked. NBA 2K27's early access PC build accidentally included the files required to run the filter on other games, and PC gamers have been running wild, testing the filter out on a wide variety of games. And if you're not familiar with this DLSS 5 filter, well, let me catch you up to speed. Several months back, Nvidia revealed DLSS 5, claiming that it could improve the rendering of character models and environments in-game using AI running on their 5000 series GPU. And while they claim that the tools respected the underlying content and used the game's assets to determine what it outputs, the results ventured deep into the uncanny valley while also adding and changing facial features. It also had clear issues with temporal stability, as smearing and artifacts were present during the scenes with motion. In a more recent demo showcasing with more controlled examples, Nvidia showed the controls developers had access to for tuning the output. But again, it seems like users have pretty much confirmed that it's just generative AI running on top of a game. Now that the tools are in the wild, it is very clear that Nvidia's AI model kind of does just whatever it thinks looks best, making major changes to the facial features of character models and adding extensive detail, even in situations where the characters aren't even lit in a way that reveals details well, or were originally designed to not be photorealistic. Mods have already popped up, letting gamers fine-tune the controls for DLSS 5 with a variety of presets like natural or cinematic, but the results all have an AI-generated look that clashes to varying degrees with the surrounding game. And the performance impact of running DLSS 5 is extreme, with a 50% frame rate drop reported by basically anyone messing with the tools. And of course, the reaction to the examples people are posting run the spectrum of "this is amazing" to "burn it with fire." It's hard to overlook the obvious detriment to the artistic vision and performance. In some examples, the improved lighting that DLSS 5 generates does seem promising, but also overriding how characters in game are supposed to look just seems like a step too far. Regardless, now that Pandora's box is open, it's clear that some people want this technology, some developers will use this technology to make their games look quote-unquote better than other games, and I think to some capacity, at least part of the industry is going to head down this path. The Witcher 3 remaster is sounding like a pretty incredible deal. CD Projekt Red announced this week that the 2015 game is getting a complete overhaul with enhanced combat, improved lighting, better textures, new quality of life features, and even more. It launches on September 26 and will be a free upgrade for all existing owners of the game. And all of the game's existing DLC has also been released for free. They also announced that The Witcher 3's upcoming DLC expansion will launch later this year with a new teaser trailer featuring new locations, characters, and more. To achieve the remaster, the developers worked with the modding community to bring one of the game's most popular HD Overhaul mods to the game officially. As for The Witcher 4, CD Projekt Red confirmed that the game is launching in 2028. If you were wondering how big the launch of the upcoming tactical FPS WARDOGS is going to be, well, it's shaping up to be massive. The game had a closed beta weekend for pre-order customers and nearly 500,000 players logged in to check it out. I saw peak concurrent player counts of over 100,000 on Steam, which beat Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4's beta, which is kind of insane to think about. I got some time to play the game and was having a blast. I'm really looking forward to the official launch, so I'll be checking that out when it launches on September 10th. GSC Game World aren't done with Stalker 2 yet. They launched the game's first major expansion, Cost of Hope, alongside a massive 2.0 update for the game. And while players are still trying to make up their minds about how good or bad all the new content is and improvements are, the devs say that they're already working on a second DLC and the game's highly anticipated co-op multiplayer mode. There's still no release window for either, but multiplayer was promised to launch shortly after Stalker 2 launched in 2024, so hopefully that's not far off. The developers of Cities Skylines 2 have made a partnership with LEGO, and they have announced LEGO Skylines, a LEGO version of the city builder that lets you create an entire city out of LEGO pieces. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but the trailer looks awesome. It's also worth noting that the developers aren't the same studio that originally launched Skylines 2. That game got launched to, well, disastrous reviews thanks to several technical issues and poor performance. The game's publisher switched post-launch support to Iceflake Studios, who have slowly been turning things around for the better. So hopefully LEGO Skylines launches in a well-optimized state. Up next, if you guys want to see a deeper dive into the WARDOGS beta weekend, check out the video here. The game looks fantastic. If you're a Battlefield fan or an Arma fan, it fits in between those games and it's a good time. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.